Hi everyone, welcome back to our personal portfolio web application build with Laravel. The starting point of our video is the result of our previous video. If you haven't seen that, I will link that in the description down below. On the end of this video, we'll see how to read message, update the message status, and delete message. So, let's get started. The first thing you want to do is to add link to this message name. When we click on this name, we need to take a user to the page where we are going to see our message, and then you can choose to edit status or not. So let's do that by going on resources, on views, on admin, on messages in index.blade.php. Over here, add a link which will direct us to the root admin.messages.edit, and we're passing our message ID. Alright, we haven't created this root, so let's create it on our roots in web.php file. Over here, duplicate this root. Here let's add message, and over here the function will be edit, and the root name will be admin.messages.edit. We haven't created this edit function, so let's create it in our message controller. Over here, add a function called edit, passing the ID. Within, we are going to create a variable which will find our message by his ID, and then redirect us to the admin.edit.edit. Alright, now let's create our edit view in our admin messages folder. So let's go on our messages folder. Over here, create a file called edit.blade.php. Within, we are going to extend layouts.admin.base, add the session content, and here, for the moment, add our title, hello. Now, as you can see, when we click on this message name, we are redirected to our edit page. Alright. Now what we are going to do is to add our design templates I have already created. So let's go on our public folder on templates in message.html. Copy this and paste it into our edit.blade.php file. Alright, now we see our design template. What we are going to do now is to show the message here. So let's add it by going on our edit.blade.php file. Over here, add message name, the message email, add the message subject, and add the message description. Now we are going to show that our message is read or in a read. Over here, add name status, the value it will be 1. Over here, add a condition. If message and value 1 equal message status, add checked on these radio inputs, otherwise show nothing. Okay, let's use the same logic to these radio inputs. Copy this, paste it over here. The value it will be 0, and here also it will be 0. Now you can see the input radio in a link is checked. So what we are going to do is to update this message, say that we are read or not this message. To do that, we'll go in our edit.blade.php file. Over here, add a form with method posts. The action will be on routes admin.messages.update status, and passing our message ID. Over here, add SSRef token, and the method it will be patch. And then don't forget to close this form. Alright, we haven't created this route, so we'll create it by going on our routes in web.php. We'll duplicate this route. Over here it will be patch, and the function it will be update status, and the route name it will be admin.messages.update status. We haven't created this function, so we'll create it by going on our message controller. Over here, create a function called update status, variable request, and passing our ID. Within, we are going to create a variable message, which will find our message by his ID. And then our message status will get a request status. And then save our message. Alright. After that, we are going to be redirected to our route admin.messages.index. We flash message status updates. Alright, now let's go on our index. .blade.php located in our admin messages directory. Over here, include our flash message. Now when we click on this message name, we are redirected to our edit message page, and over here we can update the status. Alright, Now let's add some style on this message name. We just need to add a color. We'll go in index.blade.php. Over here, add a color, for example, blue. Now you see our message name is get a blue color. Okay, now we are going to walk around on delete message. When we click on this button, we need to open a pop-up box in which we can confirm delete or not. So we'll do that by going in index.blade.php file. Over here, add a form with ID, message ID, method will be posts, and action root will be admin.messages.destroy, and get the message ID. Okay, let's add SSRef token and a method delete. On this button, let's add an action on click, which will return a pop-up box in which we can confirm or delete message. Don't forget to close this form. Alright, let's now we are going to create this root. So let's go on roots in web.php file. Over here, duplicate these roots. It will be delete. The function will be destroy, and the root name, it will be admin.messages.destroy. We haven't created this destroy function. We'll create it in our message controller. Over here, create a function called destroy, passing the ID. Over here, create a variable which will get our message, find by his ID, and then delete our message. After that, we are going to be ready to our root admin.messages.index. With flash message, message deleted. Alright. Now when we click on this delete button, we see a pop-up box, and here we can confirm delete or not. Alright, it works. So let's end by make this link workable. When we click on this link, we need to take the user to our message list. So let's do that by going on our resources, on views, on layouts, on admin, in sidebar.blade.php. Over here, add a URL, admin/messages, copy this class, paste it over here, and change here to messages. This class, add an active class. Now we see our message link work, which is better. So we finished to work around on this message session. In upcoming session, we will work around on users. Let's stay here on this video. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.